The first steps to owning a business are often the most challenging, but for our next guest, it came by paying attention to something her friends said she was really good at: baking brownies.
You know, I actually prayed to God for 24 hours before I actually decided to name my company Luvs Brownies, brownies shaped like hearts. So it was kind of like one of those things where I had no idea that I was going to name a company Luvs Brownies. It just kind of happened.
Just like that. This was started by accident because a friend wanted some brownies from you. You baked them, he loved them, and some light clicked? How did that work?
So what happened was a friend helped me land a job at a Fortune 500 company, and he says, as a thank you, just bake me some brownies. And I thought, okay, I never baked brownies before in my life, and so I baked him some brownies, and he loved them. Everyone at work loved them. And then I started getting orders. And when I started getting orders, I was like, oh my God, I'm getting orders.
Orders from people at work, people you knew, friends?
People at work, well, from his friends and people at work. And then it wasn't until years later I was diagnosed with dyslexia. I failed the same math class 5 times. And then I thought about that brownie recipe, and I thought, I transposed the recipe.
Oh my gosh.
I doubled the chocolate by accident.
Wow. And therefore?
I've won several awards for this award-winning brownie recipe that was developed by accident.
Thank goodness for dyslexia.
That's right.
But you realized this could be viable based on the reaction. And it would just it just happened that way. You wanted to work for HP, for crying out loud. You wanted to work the corporate life, and this thing just happened.
It sure did. So I worked for Hewlett-Packard for 10 years at integrated marketing and marketing communications, and I actually loved working for Hewlett-Packard. But baking brownies is something that I didn't realize that I loved. I had never baked brownies before, but it was nothing like delivering a gift and someone saying, oh my God, I love your product and thank you so much. So it was a rewarding feeling. So
along the way, you've come up with what you call some brownie points, right?
Yes.
Points that work. And just hear a few of them. You say design and document, create repeatable processes in your business, right?
Yes. So what was happening when I first started the business is when an order would come in, how the order was filled was different every single time. And how the recipe was put together was different every single time. And you can't design any sort of business by that model.
Streamline it.
Streamline the process, and I could actually have you come in the bakery and you know exactly what to do.
That would be amazing. Yes. Understand and plan your finances.
Yes, that was a huge one. When I first started the business, everyone said, go open a storefront. Like, just what are you thinking? And I said, well, I don't have the money. So I met someone, and she said, well, just pay me and bake by the hour. And I thought, I'm going to pay you $10 an hour to bake in your kitchen. And she says, yes. And I said, perfect. So I got all these orders, and I paid her $10 an hour, and that's simple math.
How about it?
That's right.
Final thought. You say, get still, listen to the little voice. Everybody has a little inner voice, whatever you want to call it, right?
You got it. And I listened to my little voice, and my little voice told me Luvs Brownies, brownies shaped like hearts. But not only that, so many people told me to start that business long ago, and I'm so glad that I didn't listen to them, because I would have gone under so long ago. Obviously, being from the San Francisco Bay Area and the .com taking a tank, my business did too. So, thank God I was paying by the hour at a kitchen where I was able to still have my bakery.
Listen to the little voice.
That's right.
You want to know how good these things are?
They're pretty good.
Let's tell you.
They're amazing. They're almost like a brownie cookie.
Yeah. A recipe by accident. She doubled the recipe, and now look at what we have.
And normally with a brownie, you can only have one. These you could have 2 or 3.
No, we can have the whole thing.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we're going to. If you'd like to meet Aundrea and sample these brownies, she's going to be at the NYC Chocolate Show this Friday, so check that out. More tips on the chocolate show, her business, go to WCBSTV.com. Click on links and numbers on the left-hand side of the page. By the way, this is not, health food.
No, it's very chocolatey.
Yeah, there are eggs in here.
Right.
There's sugar.
Good stuff.
And it's all good.
That's right.
Don't
really
think you're coming here to lose weight.
I love that she had never baked brownies, and some guy said, hey, as a thank you, bake me some brownies. So she figured it out, and from that has created this empire.
And she had just started at that point, and he loved them.
Right.
And she had doubled a recipe by mistake and came up with this kind of flavor.
Yeah.
It's
very chocolatey. It's wonderful.
Listen to your inner voice.